We're not just creatives, but we're also entrepreneurs. Ang gusto natin, may good client relationship tayo. We maintain something good so that we don't just get a one-time, big-time project with that client, but they get to turn into loyal clients. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. You're watching The Designer Life with Ika. So I just want to share with you some learnings and realizations I have for the past months, actually the first quarter of 2023. I've been really blessed to have a lot of clients who trust the work I do, and I'm here to tell you guys that I'm still learning. Ang dami ko pang hindi alam. I don't really know how to communicate well, how client relationship should really be. I'm still learning that process, how I should really do paperwork kasi nga designer ako, creative talaga ako. I'm still young. I've been working since 2019, and the business that I have right now, my sole proprietorship, like agency or what you call that, it only started 2021. So here's a short intro before I really get to the point. A lot of creative people, or most creative people, designers, forget two things. We're not just creatives, but we're also entrepreneurs. We deal with people in the business world and the advertising marketing world. As freelancers, we actually have our business. It can be like your sole proprietorship. It can be you with your friends, team, na corporation. So yes, we are business people. Yes, we have our design skills, but we also have to take into consideration KPIs ng mga clients, the target audience, the jargons of what are in the corporate world, diba? We have to understand that. It's not just designing, but solving a problem, getting to the target, understanding your purpose, your objective. And second, we forget that we're also PRs, like public relations. So I searched it on the internet, what really is the work of a public relations officer. So it says here that they manage the reputation and image of their clients. They communicate to build and maintain positive image to their clients. So that's what we do. We don't just want good design. We don't just want to submit great outputs, diba? Ang gusto natin, may good client relationship tayo. We maintain something good so that we don't just get a one-time, big-time project with that client, but they get to turn into loyal clients who would get your services all the time and also recommend you to other people. And that's how the business grows. I'll be honest guys na yung dalawang to, I'm still learning how to be like an entrepreneur, how to work on public relations so that I can be more credible as a designer. And with that, I'm going to share with you 5 things that you should do so that you can be better freelance creatives. Number 1 is listen carefully and ask relevant questions. Let's avoid making your client repeat things during meetings, so make sure to listen. Take notes while you're listening or the meeting is ongoing. List down some things you don't understand, and along the way also write down the questions you already have in mind. As much as you can, don't interrupt the client. I usually let them finish, and there's always a time or room for letting you ask questions, and giving your thoughts about what they have presented. So it's better to do it at the end of the presentation, just so for me, it's just more respectful. Make sure that you fully understand what you're going to do, the purpose of why you're doing this, what you're going to do, why, how you're going to do things, the timeline, the budget, all these things you have to know. And why is that? That leads us to point number 2. Number 2 is set clear expectations, and that means creating your proposal. A lot of freelancers skip this. They just go design something after a meeting, they get excited. If something is written and something is signed, you guys have protection, so that's the best thing you can do for yourself and also for the client, just so that things won't get all over the place. It allows you to avoid mistakes, and there's proof when it's written down, so there's no argument about that. So what do I include personally when I create a proposal? Okay, first thing would be, of course, the scope of work. That should be very detailed. The inclusions, just a short description of what you're going to do per project. The number of revisions, of course, please, and the maximum number of revisions if you have. Next one is, of course, your pricing. So your rate for your service, for the project, for the things that you would do. And sometimes you also have the rush fee, and that's why you have to know the next one, the timeline and budget. Timeline is not just for the rush fee, but it's for you to know how many days and when you should submit it, how much effort and time you're supposed to give this project. And lastly, you can put your pegs, the concepts that you have talked about during the meetings, just so that you are on the same page that, okay, this is what we discussed and this is the output that we're talking about. Honestly, it's a lot to do a proposal. Sometimes it gives you half a day or even a day to just create that, but it's definitely worth it. There's a proposal, things are seamless, and you know the process of everything already. If your proposal is approved, then the third one, communicate regularly. Once you start executing something, keep the client updated with the tasks that you're doing, how the progress is, the changes that could impact if you could submit the project or not. This is by far one of the hardest things to do kasi if you have so many on your plate, wala ka ng oras talagang mag-update. Pero for them, it means a lot. Ako, I still get messages and clients ask me what's the progress of this. If you're part of a creatives team, I noticed that once they give you a deadline, they would just wait for you to submit that. They would wait that time. If wala pa, that's when they update you. That's the creatives team mindset. They give you flexibility and freedom, the time, the space that you need. Pero pag corporate client yan and a non-creative person, they honestly want you to give feedback just so they could have assurance that things are going smoothly. That would give them confidence that you will be able to deliver. Fourth one, and I think this is the hardest for newbies and starting out freelancers or designers or fresh grads, know when to say no. It's really important to establish boundaries on what you can do and what you cannot do. Gets ko naman na kung baguhan ka, ang hirap magsabi ng no, I can't do this. But need to understand that just in case you can't finish it on the deadline, it's not feasible. Mas nakakahiya yung deadline na wala ka pa rin mabibigay. That's the only time you're gonna ask for extension. The last one I want to share is end with a positive note. There are companies that don't allow receiving gifts from vendors, from their partners or suppliers. Minsan kasi diba nagbibigay tayo ng token. May reserved allowance for that. But some clients, they decline. They can't receive anything from them. Parang nga walang biases, just to make things just and fair. So ask your client if you can give a token just for you to thank them. But if you can't really give thank you, a simple gratitude note would really be great. Then if you really want to work with this client, let them know that you're open to working again with them, you had fun. These are some things I've learned for the past months. Right now, I'm working full-time creative in a company and also doing my freelance work and also doing my side hustle as a content creator. And all of these are just design related and I want to share all the experiences and learnings with you. But I hope you learned something new today. If you did, don't forget to click the like button down below. If you have some questions, something in mind, your thoughts, please leave a comment. And if you want to see more, don't forget to click the red button down below and hit subscribe. This has been Ika. See you guys in my next vlog. Bye!